Hole in the Roof. This sketch gives an interesting slant on the miracle of the paralyzed man who was healed after his friends lowered him through the roof of a house to meet Jesus. The action takes place the following day and is seen from the point of view of the landlord and tenant of the property where the event took place. Good morning, Mr. Evans. I understand there's a bit of structural problem with your rented property.
Ah, yes. Thank you for coming so quickly, Mr. Linton. I'm afraid it is rather an urgent problem.
Well, let's have a look then. I don't want any of my tenants to suffer any kind of discomfort or inconvenience.
Well, basically, it's a problem with the roof. It has rather a large hole.
Good grief! Look at the size of it. How on earth did that happen? Is it a natural occurrence? Rain, lightning, thunder, gales?
No?
An unusual flying object?
No.
Well, I'm going to need more specific details for my assurance claim, Mr. Evans. I mean, that hole's big enough for a man to come through.
Ah, you've hit the nail on the head there, Mr. Linton.
What a man came through? Was it? A robbery? Oh, they're devious, aren't they? You lock up your windows and doors, and the blighters smash in through your roof. Honestly, what will they think of next?
Actually, it wasn't a robber as such. It's rather difficult to explain. You see, he was, in a roundabout kind of way, a guest.
A guest? Well, I heard of dropping in on your friends and neighbors, but that just about takes the biscuit.
Sorry, I'm not being very clear. Coming through the roof was not his first option, but he couldn't physically get in through the door.
Ah, explain no more, Mr. Evans. I think I've got it. There's some sort of fault on the lock mechanism of the door, and you and your guests had to break in through the roof to gain entry.
No, I was already in, as were a number of other guests, so entry via the door was blocked.
Hang on a minute. What do you mean? Entry via the door was blocked? How many guests did you have in here exactly?
Oh, I don't know exactly. Probably in the region of 100.
Stone the living cows! 100?
Or maybe a few more.
Gracious man, you'll have the health and safety mob down on me like a ton of bricks. Don't you realize this property is designed to house, at maximum, a family of 4?
Yes, Mr. Linton.
Well, what were you playing at? I suppose you were having of those newfangled rave things.
No, nothing like that. I can assure you.
Oh, that's what you say. I don't doubt you have the place full of bows and drugs and flosies.
Really? I promise you, nothing could be further for the truth.
Well, what you were up to then with 100 people that resulted in there being a whacking great hole in my roof.
Have you heard of this man called Jesus, who's traveling around teaching and healing at the moment?
Oh yeah, the wife got his sermon on the mount the other day. Said it was very good.
Yes, well, I invited him round to speak to a group of my friends, and, well, things got a bit out of hand. Soon the place was teeming with people, and I was powerless to stop it.
Yeah, carry on.
Well, unbeknown to me, a paralyzed man had been brought by his friends to see Jesus. But, of course, by the time they arrived, the house was choka and there was no way through the door, so
I think I've got it. They took him up on the roof, removed my lovely tiles, and bunched him down the way.
Basically, yeah.
So what happened next then?
Well, I think Jesus was pretty softened that the friends had such strong faith, so he simply said, "Son, your sins are forgiven." Well, of course, that set some of the religious leader off right away, accusing him of blasphemy, and
Whoa, I bet it did.
he soon shut him up through. I tell you, I saw with my own eyes him smile at this paralyzed man and say, "Pick up your stretcher and go home. You're healed." And this guy just got up, picked up his stretcher, and pushed his way True, the gobsmacked crowd amazing.
Sounds pretty incredible.
I promise you it's the absolute truth.
I believe you. I just wish I'd been here.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry about the roof. I feel awful. Do you think you'll be able to claim on your insurance all right?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll just put on the claim form that it was an act of God. An act of God, get it?